Greetings everyone, this is Tiffany Martinez. This is going to be a little extended video, but going back to what I was saying in the short, in regards to the clouds and how a little bit of light was coming through. As I was saying that this is Cathedral City for those who have never seen Cathedral City. How do you say it? As I was saying briefly, that because my husband transitioned on November 30th, 2021, and then my mother transitioned November 4th, 2022. And it's been a very, very, very dark and gloomy time. It's been an extended gloomy Sunday, basically, if you ever heard Billie Holiday sing Gloomy Sunday. So, and it wasn't until earlier this year, which is April of 2024, that I started to care just a tiny bit. And if you see the clouds, that little bit of light that was coming through inside of the, through the clouds or whatever, that's how it feels. That's the visual. It's like that little bit of hope was coming through, and it's like that little bit of light is me starting to care again, like, if that makes sense. Like, and every day varies from time to time. Like, who knows what tomorrow will be, but my goals are to continue to thrive and continue to do better and try to get back to where I was back in 2019 and make sure it actually happens. When your whole world is flipped and turned upside down, some people see it coming, like, because they may have had like an early diagnosis, and let's say the person had cancer or whatever their burden was, basically their health burden. Like, they saw it coming, and they had to see their loved one basically deteriorate, but that wasn't the deal with my husband Henry. It just happened all of a sudden, like, without giving too much details, because I still respect his privacy and I still love him dearly. And the same thing with my mother. Like, my mother, she had health issues that she was battling, but with her it came on pretty quickly as well. Like, it basically was pedal to the metal type thing. So, and to have to go through that without the person who is the strongest in your life, like, people say, like, your rock, like, Henry was everything. Like, when my father transitioned, my husband was literally right there, right by my side, because I'll never forget it. I was getting a root canal done, and that's when I found out that he had transitioned. And I went through some things with that as well, meaning whenever I would go back to the dentist, they were very accommodating. They didn't put me in the same room, even though really all the rooms looked the same pretty much. But they were very, very, very kind, kind to me, like I said, and accommodating. So, but it was a little bit easier because my husband was there. Like, I think if the things were like flipped around with regards to my mom, and if Henry was here, it would be just a little bit easier, if that makes sense. Just a little easier, because it's like, when you have that person that you can fall into, their arms, and that person would do everything to catch you. Like, that person will, if they have to, they will take the fall for you, to make sure that you land safely. And I'm just going to say, that's why I think this is more devastating, because, like I said, when my father transitioned, it was a little bit easier because I had Henry here, and we could process all of that together, and it was more or less like a spiritual thing and understanding versus just getting sideswiped, if that makes sense, So still show gratitude to everyone that's been so supportive. And I really don't want to call any names, even though, trust me, that motherfucking list is short. It is short. But for those who are spiritual that are in my life, I definitely show gratitude to that one particular person, because I literally love her to life. Like, on every level, I just respect her and I appreciate her. And I definitely show gratitude to all the readers that have been almost like holding my hand. It's like I feel like I can kind of stand up a little bit better at this time. I don't know what this place is called. I mean, what it's for, but it's literally called Black Box. So, that being said, I show gratitude, and I'm just going to continue to focus on what is needed to get me back to where I need to be, and to help focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, there's a reason everything happens in this matrix. There's a reason. And it's a reason why my husband and I didn't transition together. And I like a good mystery, I like those type things. So we're just going to see like today I'm in really good spirits. Yesterday, not so much. So, but I am definitely I'm doing it. I may not be doing it perfectly, but I'm still doing it. Definitely still doing it. I'm, working towards things that, or reconsidering things that I was going to do prior to my husband transitioning, like, because I was working on something in regards to businesses that I want to just go back to doing that, because I definitely need something to focus on other than the grief. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to just give you guys the visual with the clouds and things like that, that's how it feels when your world is completely dark. The humanity switch was broken. It was like an elevator that you open, the doors may open, but it wasn't going up and it wasn't going down. And now we are in Palm Springs. I just went kind of like the long way just so I can make this video. And so for people who have never seen Palm Springs, this is what it is. I really have never really been impressed with Palm Springs, because when it's your home, you don't really think about it. You just think, it's whatever. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing amazing. On this one guy's channel that I do catch some of his videos on occasion, he always mentions, and I agree with that, that everybody may be going through something, but we're all going through this thing called life together. And there are people out there, it's not many, that actually do care about me and that didn't want to see me fail. Like, there's people I've known all my life that really wanted me to fail at this. They truly did. They wanted me to basically transition with my husband. Like, I don't know why people are like that. I honestly do not know why people are like that. Like, they are more impressed or more happy to see someone else's demise, because if they sort of feel like they are getting a one-up on you. Like, how does myself or anyone's personal goals, as if they're leveling up or they're elevating, how does that affect you? Like, I don't get it. Like, some people may understand, but I just personally don't get it. Like, how is it that I don't get it. What difference does it make if another person is elevated? Like, that sounds like a you problem. That doesn't sound like a Tiffany problem or anyone else's problem. It's like, just focus on whatever you have going on in your life, and if you want more, go out there and get more. And that's just, I don't mean go shopping. I absolutely don't mean that. So I guess I'm going to close out that, since I mentioned shopping. If anyone is out there that's looking for more ways to make money from home, go to www.saveandsilverbythegram.com or www.mrstiffanymartinez.com to get started today. And those two websites are primarily for those who either want to make money from home or they strictly want to save in gold and silver, or get gold and silver. And I do not have a social media. I only have Twitter, and my Twitter account is @lawfulmoney76. And I have obviously YouTube, but I do not have any other ones. I used to have the Facebook, and I used to have Instagram, but I no longer have those. Those have been turned off, and I'm just undecided because I had a really, really, really strong business page on there. It was called International Gold Savers with Tiffany Martinez, and I'm thinking about going back. I'm just not feeling it because for me it's like sitting in a room like an auditorium or something, and the next thing you know it starts to fill up. But it's like my grief is some like other people's shiny new things, and that's not what this is. That's not what this is. Like, I signed in the other day, a few weeks ago, maybe, I don't even remember, it's more than a few weeks, and it was all of a sudden people that literally have my business number, and or my phone number, and they didn't reach out for 3 years. Like, they didn't reach out. But when I was on social media, they didn't have any problems with sharing that, or if they had an opportunity to share with, like, something, they didn't have any problems with texting me then. So it's like that type of energy is like, I just don't need it. There are billions of people on this planet that I don't necessarily need that particular group of people in my life. So I'm going to end this video. Like I said, I'm going to end it. I just came over here to do a quick curbside pickup so I can get some Vital Water. Peace.